Welcome back. You're watching me, the Diplomat. In the break, His Excellency says he wants to say something more on Kashmir issue. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted, just before the break, I wanted to point out that Zimbabwe is aware of the fact that two friends are involved. And so when the other friend comes and says the same thing, then you do have the recipe for anything active on the part of the Parliament of Zimbabwe. Things that we all see and are happy about is that India and Pakistan are talking together in their own way, and that I believe the Honorable Prime Minister is very busy and active, the Prime Minister of India. And Zimbabwe is very happy when we read the papers that our friends are talking to each other. We do not pretend to know the solutions, but we can see when actually our friends are talking together and they feel that they're making progress. It makes us feel happy.
Now, if you talk of a trade relation, India is showing willingness to buy coal mines in Zimbabwe. How do you see the projects of India?
I think the proposals for joint ventures in various areas, including mining, are the right approach to South-South cooperation, which is based on mutual interest and mutual benefit. We feel in Zimbabwe that India is the right partner. We have a Look East policy that has India very prominently up on the list as a preferred partner. And we are excited to see the interest that is being shown by Indian concerns, both public and private, to enter the mining sector in Zimbabwe. And there is interest shown not just in coal, but also in iron and steel. Something is going to be working out very soon. We believe so. We hope so. We are working on something. I quite believe that we will very quickly have something concrete that's coming out.
Do you think there are some more areas where we can work together to augment more business avenues, to explore more of the areas, more of the sectors?
Zimbabwe and India can work together to create wealth in both countries. Now, there are various areas. Of course, the cotton, the textile industry has been very interesting to India because India has technology for that. We have seen a large number of gineries opened in Zimbabwe by Indian concerns. We are hoping to see value addition as the next step to establishing gineries so that we reduce the percentages of raw materials going out without appreciable value addition. And we have more manufactured goods going out. And this will be of benefit to Indian investors in that it will be export. And they will be able to take advantage of the regional markets, whether it be COMESA or it be SADC and other,
You're saying there are enough things to do, right? Wealth creators we both can be.
Yes.
But despite having good trade relations, how do you evaluate the current economic relation between Zimbabwe and India?
It's growing. That is the wonderful thing. It is actually growing. I just mentioned the textiles. It's just one. But we have seen cooperation in pharmaceuticals, in the area of the beneficiation of mineral wealth, so that you can have processed diamonds, for instance. Zimbabwe is discovering more and more diamonds every day. But our jubilation is tempered by the fact that we keep sending rough diamonds out to the markets in Antwerp and elsewhere.
Zimbabwe has opened FDI in all the sectors for investors to come and invest. What expectation does Zimbabwe has out of India in this open economic environment? And how do you see this environment?
It's an environment that I'm glad to say the Indian investors are happy about because we are offering not paper incentives but actual incentives, whether it be tax incentives or repatriation of dividends, and so forth. You know, I'm talking about taxes. They are very important when you're setting up. So when you are given an actual tax holiday, it does help you to get on your feet and be able to operate profitably.
No, but from the investment perspective,
yes,
which sector you feel is the most suitable or the lucrative one for India?
Oh, for India, I think for us to say the most lucrative might be presumptuous. I think it depends on which sector Indian investors are interested in. We've talked about energy sector, for instance, which is connected with mining. When you look at coal mining, that's one area. In the mining sector, investment is open. In the manufacturing sector, when I was talking about value addition, I'm talking about also our minerals such as iron and steel.
You just mentioned iron and steel could be one of the sectors.
It is one of the
India's global steel company pulled out of a pact with Cisco that was of $400 million US. How do you see this development?
I believe that Zimbabwe is open to investment in this area, and Cisco Steel has got many opportunities for investment. Cisco Steel itself, whether it be...
No, it might have more opportunities
yes.
for investment, but India's global steel company from India had signed a pact of $400 million with Cisco, that is Zimbabwe Iron Steel Company. It pulled out of the pact.
Well, a specific investment approach has its own specificities. I'm quite sure that if an investment succeeds or fails, it has to do with an intrinsic quality within it or the progress of negotiations between the entities.
They said it was insufficient coal deliveries and the lack of management contracts.
Most of the offers that have been coming from Indian companies, and the one you mentioned is but one, most of the offers that have been coming have included upstream activities, such as improving the logistics of supplies. They have included even assistance with power generation, help with enhancing the power grid so as to meet the enhanced requirements of the new investor. This point needs to be made clear.
But pulling out of one pact does not mean that you will not continue with your business there, because otherwise also India is eyeing the coal mines there in Zimbabwe.
No. Cisco Steel is attractive to many Indian investors.
It's one of the top-notch company there.
It is attractive to many Indian investors.
There are many sectors we just mentioned that we are growing together, flourishing day by day, and economy is seeing a boom. But there are more serious issues which we need to tackle together. We'll come on to that. But